Alright, on today's video, I'm going to be making predictions on what I think is coming to Project Slayer's Update 2. And I know what y'all about to say, bro. Bro, why are you already talking about Update 2, bro? There's no way it's coming out, bro. The game is dead. Well, I have some news for you. As you can see right here by the screenshot, y'all, the owner of Project Slayer himself says that in 1 to 2 weeks, more update news is coming out. And y'all already know, bro, just like the last update, once update news starts coming out, more and more is going to start dropping. So this is definitely a good thing for Project Slayers, bro. And I am hyped for it, bro. Y'all already know I'm hyped for this new update. So without further ado, let's get right to the predictions.
On the time I ain't late. Still rockin' bomb and ain't bait. Sit back and roll a whole eight. Smoking that shit to the face. I'm cool.
So as y'all know, bro, Project Slayer's updates usually drop with at least 4 new types of content in the update. But cut me some slack if this is wrong, because Project Slayer's at this point has only had 1 update. So yeah, this might not be entirely true, but I'm gonna take a good guess it is. So usually every Project Slayer's update drops with a new breathing style, demon art, a new map, and of course new items, obviously. And as y'all know, based on the last update, they might even drop 2 breathing styles, maybe even 3. So as you know, with the movement turn update, they released flame breathing, beast breathing, and mist breathing. You know, in my opinion, they should have waited to release mist breathing because it would have just made more sense considering the new season is with Muichiro in it. But you know, they got it, I guess. But regardless of all that, let me stop ranting and let me go to my predictions. So as y'all know, Project Slayers is definitely a strange game when it comes to updates and chronological order. This game released everything out of order and it's just strange. I don't know how they went from Demon Slayer map to completely skipping over Mount Natagumo and going straight to Mugen Train. And there was so much content in the Mount Natagumo arc. You had the spider family, Rui, the spider demon, who was actually one of the coolest in my opinion, and just a bunch of other memorable moments that are in there that you can make into a little part of the map. Like they definitely could have made that a little mini update before they added Mugen Train, just so there's more content flowing out into the game. So I definitely think Mount Natagumo could definitely be a good candidate because they just kind of skipped over it, and I don't know why they would just kind of skip over that. There's just so much content that would go to waste if they just did that. So instead of going straight to the entertainment district arc, I think they would actually make Mount Natagumo in the game. And obviously with that fighting style being in the game, they would obviously bring the spider demon style into the game, maybe some new clans depending on what their names were, maybe like a brute fighting style from the spider dad, maybe also the fighting style that the little daughter had. I forgot what it was called. Like she trapped people in webs and whatnot. Maybe they could also add that. But you know, they also could add sun breathing with that because that is where Tanjiro really used his Hino Kami Kagura. So yeah, I definitely think Mount Natagumo is a good candidate for the next update. But on to my next prediction for the map, they could actually be adding the entertainment district. You know, considering it would just make more sense considering it's like the newest Demon Slayer installation. And as y'all know, if you watch it, there's so much more content in there than like anything else we've ever seen. You know, we meet Tengen Uzui, the Sound Hashira, with his awesome breathing, one of the most beautiful breathing styles in Demon Slayer. You know, obviously he has his unique 2 swords that are like, they're kind of connected like nunchucks. It's just really cool looking. And I think they would look really cool inside this game. I don't know how they would make that work, but I really hope they do it justice. And on top of that, they also have 2 new demons inside of that season that they could add into the game. Those demons being Daki and Gyutaro. And in my opinion, bro, Gyutaro has some of the coolest demon art. It's just in my opinion because of the sickles. But I just think the sickles are just so cool. Daki's is kind of cool, but to me, I don't know. Just to me, it's not that cool. Not as cool as Gyutaro's. Project Slayer, bro, his blood sickles would be insane. I think it would look kind of similar to beast breathing, but who knows for real. And I really hope if they add sound breathing, they give it justice that it deserves. It is one of the most beautiful breathing styles in the anime, in the manga, bro. Just period. It's really nice. So I really hope they give it justice. And I really hope they don't make it a reskin of some other breathing style they might have in the game, because as you probably know, if you play Project Slayers, bro, every other breathing style is basically a reskin of its other one unless it's completely unique. And as you know, sound breathing is its own complete breathing style and it's pretty much different to any other one. So I don't think there's any way they can actually make this a reskin. And on top of all that, bro, they might just add a bunch of new cosmetics. With that all being said, they might just add Tengen's headband in there. You know, the headband with all the rhinestones on it and the beads on it just looks pretty cool. They could add a new type of uniform with like ripped sleeves if they wanted to. Or they can take Tengen's wives and add new female clothes. They could add a new Uzui clan, which would make a lot of sense. And it'd probably be like a poison resistant thing, because as you know, if you watch the new season, he got poisoned and basically fought through it the entire fight. So you already know, bro, when that clan comes out, it will have some crazy poison resistance. Like, bro, Uzui is one of the most resilient Hashiras because, bro, lost an arm and was poisoned and was still fighting at max power, level to level with Gyutaro, bro. No, bro, that's just OP. But with all the information being crammed into your head, let's get on to the next update prediction. Now, another breeding style I think they could possibly add into the game into the next update as maybe like a mini update or just a side feature is stone breathing. Just like I said earlier in the video, bro, Gyomei's outfit has been in the game since the game launched. There's so many other things in the anime that haven't been covered about Gyomei, bro. It ain't even his turn to be in the next arc. So I guess we could just hope, but I think storm breathing being added into the game is just really unlikely. Because considering Project Slayers has only dropped things that are in the anime, I think they want to be as like least manga spoiler as possible. So I think they're just gonna wait for Gyomei to be revealed in the anime to actually release it into the game. But on to my next prediction. As now, obviously, bro, as you all know, the new Demon Slayer season is coming out very, very soon. That season being the Swordsmith Village Arc. And as y'all probably seen in the trailers, bro, there is so much new stuff coming to the anime that can also be possibly integrated into the Project Slayers. That being Mitsuri Kanroji's love breathing, and with her most likely being added to the game, that would be a new boss, a new Mitsuri clan being added to the game, and maybe some new drip or hairstyles. Because you already know her eyes are already in the game, it would just make sense. And as you also know, Muichiro also plays a big role in the new arc, but misbreathing is already in the game, which is why I was very confused when it dropped. But you know, there's nothing we could do about it now. But there's not only new breathing styles added to the game, and the new demon that could be added into the game is Gyoko, the upper ranked demon. Now, I don't want to show you any footage of him from the trailer, but here's a picture of what he looks like. He's actually the upper rank 5 demon. He's also the main antagonist in this arc of the anime, so it only makes sense if he was added into Project Slayers. Now, I'm not going to talk about his abilities because obviously it hasn't been animated yet, and I'm going to assume that a lot of y'all don't know what he does, so I'm not trying to be the guy who spoils the anime for you. But let's just say if you want to do your own research and see it for yourself, it is well worth it. This guy has one of the coolest demon blood arts in my opinion, and I can't wait to see how they can implement it into the game. But yeah, that's basically going to conclude what I have to say about my update 2 predictions for Project Slayers. There is so much more content inside of Demon Slayer that they have not added yet, but considering that I think Project Slayer is going to be basically anime-based game, I don't think they're going to be added anytime soon. Meaning, I think they're only going to add stuff that has been animated or is going to be animated so they don't spoil anybody. And if you think I missed anything, leave it down in the comment section below and I will check it out to see if I just missed anything, any information. So without further ado, I might have to ask you to like the video if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and join the Discord link in the description. But without further ado, I'm gonna see you all later.